5 rom-coms you forgot about. Hey guys, today we'll list 5 rom-coms you forgot about. Let's get right into it. Number 5, Misconception, 2008. Misconception is one of those romantic comedies that mostly went unnoticed. Unlike many rom-com heroines, Georgina, Heather Graham, has a loving partner in Zach, albeit one who doesn't seem to share her views on having children. They have a serious argument, and Zach then leaves on a business trip, so this doesn't last long. Normally, he and Georgina would reconcile, but after visiting a doctor, Georgina discovers that she has the last surviving egg, and thus, the last chance to conceive. Unfortunately, Zach is not available, and the clock is ticking. The film drags Georgina through more than one embarrassing situation, but it will still be relatable to the audience, particularly all women who have ever worried about missing out on having children. This is what distinguishes the seemingly generic rom-com from other films in the genre, as it deals with a topic that is rarely addressed in films. On the plus side, Heather Graham plays Georgina sympathetically, and anyone who enjoyed seeing Tom Ellis in Lucifer or the British sitcom Miranda will have the opportunity to see him in one of his most significant film roles. Number 4. Love, Rosie, 2014. Before Emily in Paris, there was Rosie in London. In this 2014 gem, two childhood besties, Rosie played by Lily Collins and Alex, played by Sam Claflin, battle feelings for each other as they grow older. When a monumental, unexpected event and life-altering move divert their lives, they begin to wonder if they were meant to be together. The heartwarming, chuckle-inducing film takes place across the pond and over multiple years, which makes it feel fresh to watch. Plus, who doesn't adore Sam Claflin and his British accent? Most romantic comedies investigate whether characters are meant to be together and how they will discover this. It's clear from the start in this film that Rosie is supposed to be with Alex, and vice versa. That means viewers will spend the entire film watching them apart, making one bad decision after another. The pursuit could have been fascinating in better hands, but it's infuriating and frustrating here. But it's that kind of love to which many people can relate. Number 3, Really Love, 2020. If you're looking for a beautifully shot, well-written indie drama about romance, grab a blanket and keep reading. Really Love is a black love story that follows Isaiah, a rising artist played by the very handsome Kofi Siriboe, as he unexpectedly falls for Stevie, a law student played by Yutha Wongloi Singh, despite their coming from two different worlds, while focusing on his career and trying to break into the competitive industry. Uzo Aduba and Michael Ealy also star in the 2020 film. Really Love, like Toni Morrison's fiction, is a moving portrait of black life that is not filtered through a white lens, but rather framed as a page in the book of humanity. The cast is almost entirely black, and the story depicts regular black people living regular lives, which is refreshing. Isaiah and Stevie fall deeply in love, but work gets in the way. It's the most mundane story ever written. Angel Christie Williams, the director, producer, writer, guides us with a sure hand toward an artistic vision that isn't blind to color and differences, but instead portrays them as shades in a spectrum of humanity. When painter Isaiah discusses using deliberate visual distortions to portray black lives as normal, ordinary, and extraordinary, all at the same time, we know that the film is attempting to do the same. Number 2, Stuck in Love. Because of its star-studded cast, this endearing 2012 rom-com is reminiscent of a Valentine's Day type film, but it is infused with much more complexity and stellar performances. The film weaves together the layered love stories of a father and acclaimed novelist, Greg Kinnear, his ex-wife, Jennifer Connelly, and their two children, Sam and Rusty, both writers, as they each figure out and navigate love. Wolf, Kinnear, Logan Lerman, Kristen Bell, Connelly, and Lily Collins will all be recognized. The film's rich, multifaceted characters result in outstanding performances from the entire cast. Many films about writers take a passive approach, and the writer character sitting back, observing and recording life as it happens around him or her. With his complex, emotional portrait of a writer's family, writer-director Josh Boone has solved this quandary. Stuck in Love is about the struggle with how much a writer needs to open up his or her heart to the world rather than the act of writing itself. The characters depict varying degrees of this struggle, as well as the pain that can be associated with them all. This is clearly Boone's forte. Number 1, About Time. About Time is a sweet comic romance with a time travel element that depicts characters with strong family ties who want to settle down and raise new families. This is a low-key and heartwarming show. Richard Curtis, one of our best comedy writers, began his career on beloved British TV shows like Mr. Bean and Blackadder before making a name for himself in films like 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, and Bridget Jones' Diary. Love Actually, his directorial debut was a triumph, but as he continued to direct, it became clear that he had no concept of brevity. All of his films are over 2 hours long. Furthermore, in addition to being precious about his material, Curtis has become precious about his characters. Nobody in About Time is seriously tested. The film is gentle with them. Aside from that, the characters are endearing and the relationships are charmingly old-fashioned and touching. Bill Nighy in particular delivers an outstanding performance. Neither the father-son nor the love stories are given more weight, and the time travel aspect is never dominant. It's also devoid of any visual effects, which is refreshing. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.